travel restrictions to ease July 5 for fully vaccinated Canadians. On July 5 at 11:59 p.m. EDT, fully vaccinated Canadians and permanent residents will be exempt from hotel quarantine and mandatory 14-day quarantine. Changes fall far short of government's own expert panel report. Canada's major airlines call for a comprehensive restart plan to reopen borders and end to piecemeal announcements. Unlike many other countries, Canada has yet to provide a clear restart plan. Canada's major airlines noted today's announcement by the federal government that on July 5 at 11:59 p.m. EDT, fully vaccinated Canadians and permanent residents will be exempt from hotel quarantine and mandatory 14-day quarantine. But the industry repeated its plea that Canada desperately needs a clear and comprehensive restart plan for international travel, and an end to one-off piecemeal announcements concerning quarantine and border policy changes. Easing quarantine restrictions for fully vaccinated Canadians and eligible travelers is a step in the right direction, but falls far short of the recommendations provided by Health Canada's expert advisory panel report released last month. The government continues to refuse to provide Canadians with a clear and comprehensive restart plan outlining how measures from the report will be adopted. While other countries like France have already changed their measures to welcome Canadian travelers, we still have no plan or clear time frame in Canada, said Mike McNaney, President and CEO of the National Airlines Council of Canada, which represents Canada's largest airlines, Air Canada, Air Transat, Jazz Aviation, and WestJet. The Health Canada Advisory Panel report, prepared by experts in epidemiology, virology as well as advanced data analytics, is a data and science-based review that calls for a variety of changes to travel and border measures, including elimination of quarantine for fully vaccinated travelers, elimination of hotel quarantine for all travelers, reduction of quarantine for partially vaccinated and unvaccinated travelers, and the use of rapid antigen testing. While Canada has reached a vaccination target of 75%/20%, today's announcement did not substantively address these measures. McNaney also noted that the government's requirement that children under the age of 18 who are not fully vaccinated must adhere to a 14-day quarantine runs counter to the approach taken by other countries. The government repeatedly states it is working with our international partners and following science, yet pursues initiatives such as mandatory quarantine for minors that is completely out of step with other jurisdictions. In fact, the policy directly contradicts the recommendations issued jointly on June 17 by the European Centre for Disease Prevention and Control and the European Union Aviation Safety Agency, he said. Unlike many other countries including our G7 partners, Canada has yet to provide a clear restart plan outlining when and how major travel and border restrictions will be removed, in particular for fully vaccinated travelers from foreign countries, and how the panel's recommendations will be adopted. As vaccination programs increase rapidly and jurisdictions around the world provide consumers and industry with a clear path forward, we must do the same. Countries that successfully implement the science and data-based testing and quarantine policy will not only protect public health, they will also drive their overall domestic recovery and take jobs and investment from countries that do not. We must get moving now, concluded McNaney.